Hey everyone, Azsry here. Welcome back to our tutorial on how to port a weapon from an older game into Black Ops 3. So we were up to creating the materials for our X models. So we had to go down to the materials section, and we can see that some of these had warning icons. That's because the material does not exist right now, and we can create it by clicking on this Create Material button, and then clicking OK to create the asset. And here it's giving us a warning that it's an invalid material type. So we can just click on it, and we want to make it lit weapon. And then now we can start specifying our texture maps. But before we do this, we need to bring all of our textures together into a single folder to make it easier for ourselves. So what I'm going to do is go to my Wraith folder, and then go to the Black Ops 2 directory and X models. And then under each of these models there's an images folder, and it shows all the images required for that model only. So what I'm going to do is copy all these and then go to my Black Ops 3 directory and find a folder called texture assets and put them in here. So I'll put them in T6 and then make a new folder called ballista and paste them in there. And I'm going to do the same for every other folder, just making sure that I skip the ones that already exist, so then I don't have to have duplicates of anything. And once we've done that, we want to rename some of these so we can tell what they are quicker. And so you can tell that there are two here for the bullet that look very similar. One of them is already named Coal for color map, and then this one has SPC next to it, so that's the specular map. We're just going to rename it to bullet_SPC, and then for the color map just go bullet_coal. This way later when we're finding all the textures we can just press B and it will show all the bullet textures one after the other. And I'll just go through all the others and do the same thing. Okay, so now that we've renamed all our textures, we need to convert them into TIFF files. I do this by going into Photoshop, but you can use Paint.net or GIMP if you have those, and then just pressing Ctrl A and then dragging them into Photoshop. Now to make our life a lot quicker, what we're going to do is click on Window and go Actions, and this window will pop up. So we just go to our custom folder and press this new file icon and then call it TIFF, and this starts recording a macro for us. So what we need to do now is go to File, Save As, and then make a new folder called TIFF, go into there and change the format here to TIFF as well, and uncheck the alpha channels box, which will save it as a copy, and then go Save. And then here image compression should be none, pixel order interleaved, and then byte order for IBM PC, and then click OK. And then now you should see it says TIFF and then Save in the Actions window. Now you just press Stop to stop recording the macro, and then go to File, Automate Batch, and then you should see it has your you should have your action already selected. And then if it doesn't, just go find it here in the set and then in the action. And then here we'll go to Source, Open Files, Destination, and then go Folder and choose the folder that we just made with TIFF, and then press OK. And you can see that it's going through all these for each of our files. And then if we go back to our textures directory and go to the TIFF folder, you'll see that it has all the TGAs and then all the TIFFs as well. We won't be needing the TGAs in this directory, so we can just go to the details view by going to the view tab and then going details, sort by type, and then delete all the TGA files here because we already have them in the outside directory. Okay, and once we've done that, we can go back into the asset editor and start making the materials for our weapons. So if you don't have any materials created, you can click on any of your models and then click on this little button to create a new material, and then it will set up all the parameters for you. Click OK, and then you should just have an empty window like let's see, you should have like nothing in this material type. So we just want to set it to lit weapon, surface type to none, and gloss range full. And then in our color map, we just click on this new image icon, and then it'll set up all the parameters for us. Press OK, and then in the texture we just need to go find the TIFF files that we just created. So here I'm making the body material. So I need to go to Texture Assets, T6, Ballista, TIFF, and you can see them all here. So this is the color map for the body, so click on that, and then press Ctrl S, and go back to the material, and in the preview window you'll see that it's now showing our color map, but it's all glossy and it doesn't look like it's correct. So that's where all the other maps come in. The ambient occlusion map will just do the same thing, and then go to Texture Assets, T6, Ballista, TIFF, and then choose Body AO, press Ctrl S, and do the same for all the other maps. Okay, so for the gloss map, if you don't have a gloss map for your weapon, you can just click on this drop down and go to white gloss, and then it will make it a bit shiny for you here. If you don't like that, you can choose one from the drop down to suit your needs, and press Ctrl S to save that. If you have an environment map for your weapon, like what Black Ops 1 would export, you can use that for the gloss map as well. And then now if you look at the material section, you'll see that there's Camo 2 and Camo 3. These are identical to Camo 1, so we can just right click and duplicate and rename those to Camo 2 and Camo 3. And then now if we look at the preview, you'll see that a lot of the gun has already been textured. You press Ctrl S, and then a lot of the gun is already textured. So now we just need to finish off by doing the sights. And then now that you have all the materials created, if you go to the preview window, you'll see that the weapon is completely textured, like that. And then if you hold shift and left click, you can scroll around to let the sun rotate on different parts of the weapon, just to see if your normal map is working, to see how the specular looks. And then once you're happy with that, just go on to the next model. So most of the materials shared between the weapon, such as the camos and sometimes the scope. No, the scope you need to make that as well. And then these clan tag world and player icon world you can just create and then simply put here weapons for the material category, and then go lit paint shop, and color map just go black transparent color, and then press Ctrl S to save that, and do the same for the clan tag world. So just go weapons, lit paint shop, and then color map black transparent, and then you can see that they are now invisible. They're no longer there, so then they're out of the way. And now we just need to go on and finish the rest off. For lens materials, what you want to do is under material type, change it from lit weapon to glass transparent, and then pretty much just leave everything else the same as a normal texture, except make the surface type glass, and then press Ctrl S, and then let's see, when you go to a scope and zoom in a bit, you can see that it reflects nicely, and in game it will actually have the map in there, and it will rotate around when you're looking around. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, and now that we've finished all the textures and material creation, you can preview them in the Previews tab if you want. And then if we go to our world model, we should see that the whole thing is textured like that. And that's it for creating the materials. So in the next step, I'll be showing how to export animations from Maya, and then how to put them into the asset editor. And in the final part, I'll be showing you how to create the weapon file. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.